Greetings, all. It's your end of life coach. I'm sitting here at the park listening to the rain hit my windshield and makes me thankful for just one more day, even if it's a rainy day, because I was thinking that if I'm on my deathbed, it's not going to matter what kind of day it is. I'm just appreciating each day, the extension I may get during that time period. But it made me also think about years ago when I was at the funeral home and I was sitting with the owner in the conference room, and I serve as the aftercare facilitator, and I help families with final wishes planning. That the door opened and a gentleman came in and looked to be in his late six, no, he was actually in his mid 70s with his wife, had a folder in his hand, and his wife looked a little sad and he was looking upbeat. And we said, the owner said, "Can I help you?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm here to plan my funeral." And the funeral home owner looked at each other, kind of surprised, but he was like, "Yeah, I'm on hospice and they've only given me 6 months to live. And I'm on my farewell tour and I need to pick out a casket." And again, his wife looked very sad, but we went and showed him a few caskets, and he was making jokes saying, "No, I don't like that casket. I don't like the color. When I look up from the casket, it's going to hurt my eyes, that kind of color." And he just started laughing. They stayed about 30 minutes, and again, he was joking and laughing and maybe trying to make his wife feel better. But as they were exiting the funeral home, he says, "Baby, let me drive. I want to make sure I'm enjoying every bit of time I have left." And that stuck with me. About 9 months later, I actually did the graveside service, the committal. And it just stuck with me again that this gentleman, knowing that he had a specified time, according to doctors, left to live, was trying to spread some cheer, as in it's unavoidable. He didn't want any life-prolonging measures, no chemo, because I believe it was some kind of cancer. But he didn't want to be debilitated in his last few months on Earth. But it also makes me think about how medical science will try to prolong life at all costs, even comfort. Yes, medical science has advanced our lifespan and actually helped with a lot of comfort issues, but some things medical science just can't do. Some things we just need to accept. And I think coming to terms with that, society does not do a good job of teaching us or even making us feel comfortable discussing, not necessarily giving up. I don't like to use that phrase, giving up. It's actually accepting your fate and embracing that fate, because there's nothing you can do to change it. There's things in life that are just inevitable. And when we fight against it, are we prolonging suffering, not just for ourselves, but for our loved ones, because they're watching us take this journey. They're watching us suffer. If the doctor said this is terminal and nothing we can do, we still sometimes want to prolong our life here. And maybe if I'm in that boat, I would change my view. But again, as a hospice volunteer, I've seen many just say, "I want this life to be over." Where is the line? It differs from individual to individual. And as some of you have commented, it's based on could be based on some traumatic experiences you have had. My views are certainly based on some of my experiences. And I just don't want my family to have to watch me deteriorate day by day. And I don't want to see myself go through that, even though it may be unavoidable. I may end up in the same situation that I'm describing to you. But again, I'm just getting my thoughts out based on my past, based on my experiences. And I wanted to share with you how I feel. Again, I'm enjoying this rainy day because I don't know how many I have left. I may be healthy today, but I could have an accident tomorrow and be in a facility or deceased. Talk to you soon.